my sweet friends, happy Friday. It's more like TGIF. Thank goodness it is Friday. Woo! This has been a long week. I want to say hello to both Sandy's and to Benita, and we're going to wait for a few people to jump on. Now that my door is shut and all the lights are on, it is extremely hot in here, so I'm going to turn my overhead fan on. So excuse me for just 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So you're going to probably see that a little bit of that clear. Hi, Shiloh. Hi, is that Kara? Good to see you. Glad to see you. So, like I said, it's been a very long week. I have this grandiose plan in my head. Can I implement it? I have no freaking idea. You guys are along for the ride. There's going to be a lot of ink blending, some masking, some oh crap, can I do this moments, but I'm here for it. Let's do this. So if you didn't know, we're going to first put my glasses on. We do have these masking wonder sheets. So it's a half a sheet of paper, 5.5 by 8.5. And this is the backing, so you'll know which side is the back. So we are using that, but I wanted to show you that we actually have that in the shop. So Benita said that she's done some ink blending herself. We're going to use Kraken Good Day. Originally, I think in the description box I said Pirate House, but I changed my mind. So we've got the two octopi. We're going to use this one that's on the beach. And the sentiments say, wish you a swashbuckling birthday and have a Kraken Good Day, and you occupy my heart. Man, I've got everything in backwards. Hi, Sylvia. Sylvia, thank you for your wonderful support. I've got an order that'll be packed for you later on. We're going to use Adventure Weights, which is Stay the Course, Brave the Waves, Hail Through the Storm, Adventure Weights. So I don't know where my backing for that went, but that's par for the course. Pirate Pals, which is super cute, but we're not using them, I don't think, unless I changed my mind. Beach Huts, warm birthday wishes, life is better at the beach, love you to the beach and back, and then this cute sign. And then we're going to use this beautiful See You Soon, which is a pathway to the ocean. Let your worries wash out with the tide. Sometimes in the waves of change, we find our true direction, and see you soon, and the beautiful seagulls. So we are going to make a 5x7 card, which I know, whoa, 5x7 for me is like odd. So if you don't know how to make a 5x7 or an A7 card, it is 10 inches by 7, and you score it at 5, which is in half, and then you get a 5x7. And we're doing that in the Pebble Beach cardstock, which you know is my favorite. We're going to use some cold cardstock, which is our black cardstock. It's 110-pound cardstock, so it's really nice. We've got some marshmallow coloring paper, which I use pretty much for any layer, but I also use it to color and foil on. And so that's what we're using. Even though I have been rushing around like a lunatic today, I did stamp this on the marshmallow cards. I'm sorry, on the masking paper. This on marshmallow, but we're going to color him. I did the seashells, the beach hut, and again, this guy in masking paper, if we shall need him. Holy cow, are you ready for this? Because I don't know that I am. So I've got this in my large Misty. It looks like we've got, I haven't missed anybody yet. So Benita goes, whoa. And Kara's saying, I'm so excited to watch this unfold. I'm kind of nervous to see this unfold. I have no idea what this is going to look like. Okay. Should we move this just a hair? All right, that way I can be in the center. All right. So my thoughts. We are doing this together because I have no idea what I'm doing. With masking, whatever you want to be on top is what you put down first, or you stamp first, okay? So I kind of want those to be there. I kind of want the ship to be up there. Sorry about my head being in the way when I adjusted the camera. I want see you soon. See, I might change this whole design. So you just need to know that this is a work in progress. No water down there. We're going to leave that off. And I'm going to want him down there. Okay? So I have to think about our order again because I have to remember my rules, or else this is going to be a hot freaking mess. I want this to be seen first. I am going to cut. Hey, Justine. We're going to see if I can pull this off because you know what my mornings look like. Okay. Now that I've got that cut, I kind of know where he's going to be. I am now going to take the huts. Hi, Danny. So I'm either going to completely script this card or else it's going to be wonderful. And I don't know what the answer to that's going to be until we get there. Okay? So all I know is that I want this to be seen on top. Okay. Hey, I found my missing piece of acetate. Let's try this again. I never said that this was going to be that this was going to be without some trials and tribulations, okay? This is life. This is real life going on right here. So how's everybody's day going? What are you guys going to do? Danny says she's got a card up today using the beach hut. It's a great stamp set. So our friend Michelle, who used to be on our design team, is the one that designed the stamp sets. In case anybody's wondering. So I am going to stamp this. The lid back on. Hi Dee, good to see you. Want to say thank you for your order. I did see that. Sandy Powers, are you having a good time at your retreat? I bet you and Sean are having a blast. Benita is saying that she's looking forward to craft roulette. Me too. Me too, my friend, me too. So this is the hardest part for me because I can't function with fingernails. I don't know if you guys know this, but I've never had fingernails a day in my life, like ones that were worth a hoot. So that's why I have to have the fake ones. So the majority of this card is going to be like me trying to figure out how to mask this. So I did use my scan and cut, and I set it so that it would only cut on the black line. Justine's giggling because she can do this with tweezers, and she does it right every time. Or she's smart and she starts it before. So I was on the phone with Justine right before I went on, started before the live, and well, not right before, but pretty darn close. And today was a hair wash day. So no, you're not seeing like the fixed hair version. But drying my hair is nothing but a feat. So this is a light tack paper or adhesive, so you can technically use this again. I am going to use a lot of ink for ink blending, so we may or may not be able to use it again. If you let it thoroughly dry, you can use this more than once. So sometimes it's like one of those things like, do what I say, not as I do. Okay, and the reason I colored those brown was so that my scan and cut would pick it up. Okay, so I'm centering that along. Oh, must remove the stamp set. I hope I made somebody giggle. You guys all know that this whole masking and stuff is not my shtick. Usually I'm kind of the coloring person, but I'm not the let's get into the nitty gritty of things. So, hi Annie, nice to see you. Annie, I featured you in our newsletter. Just thought I'd tell you. So if you subscribe to our newsletter, you'll always know what kind of crazy antics I'm up to. I did try something out kind of new. I'm putting excerpts of what we've done for the week, and I've highlighted some projects, and it links to the blog and to YouTube. So if you've missed anything, you can find us and see what we've missed. Now, I did get some schmutz. I don't know why that's my word today. I wonder if I watched like Schitt's Creeks or something like that, because I think they say schmutz all the time. Must have watched that in my sleep last night. All right, I'm gonna wipe that off. Okay, next one. Gonna kind of move it to the back of me. I have to be careful because I have a pastry shop candle burning. So I'm literally like, I don't know how to say this. I'm literally torturing myself right now because I'm hungry and I've got something that smells like a donut burning. But whatever, it's fine. No, I'm using the see you soon. And that's the background. So Josie was saying that the team is making amazing cards with the new release, and they are killing it. Killing it, my friends. In a good way. Look at this. She might know what she's doing. I've been blown away. I uploaded them to the website, to the back end. You guys can't see them yet because they're obviously not live until next week. But they are amazing. So I went with this 5x7 card because I thought I was going to need the length more so than anything. So this guy will probably go down here somewhere. Okay, so we're not going to leave him like hanging. And I probably should have masked that off because I obviously wasn't thinking, but it's fine. We'll figure it out as we go. This is going to be a long one. Let's get this out of the Misty. Let's put that away. I almost sent the Misty flying. I am going to wash my hands per se. Just using some stamp cleaner, which in this case happens to be Dawn Spray and Wash, and my inky towel. If I had hand sanitizer, that would be smarter. But hey, who cares? All right, let's see. Oh, you guys, were you freaking out? Because I am like way ahead of myself on what I'm doing. Jeez, Pete. This crazy world of mine. Shoo. So let's get the bow of the ship and the flag lined up. And that's just going to try. Oh, I already ripped it off. Yay! All right. So now that I want to protect my area, because if you know anything about me, I'm a mess. Shoot, look at me. Look at me. So yesterday I called this posted tape, but let's be real, it's from Daiso. I have no idea what brand it is. We're just gonna call it Daiso. Okay. Now it's time to ink. And I am going to start with squeezed lemonade. So Benita says, yes, I was screaming at you. I know. Girl, the struggle is real in this place. And if this turns out wrong, do what I say, not as I do. Okay? Like, technically, should there be some water back there? Probably. But it's fine. You're fine. I'm fine. Everybody's fine. It's just a card for Pete's sakes. It's just not that serious. So this is abandoned coral. And if I'm missing any spots from my masking, because that's obviously is going to leave some white spaces, I will find a marker that will closely match it. So again, it's not a big deal. We're just here I'm going to use my from Hog My Shine. We're just here for the snacks. So speaking of that, I hope everybody was able to have lunch or is at least snacking on something. I've got my iced tea up here. And okay, okay. This won't matter so much to you guys, but Justine will laugh. Justine, remember when I told you I was drinking Kool-Aid the other day because we hadn't made our order yet for my tea mix for like our big order of we buy Melaleuca. We don't sell Melaleuca. I don't endorse Melaleuca. I love their tea. I'm actually pretty much not into MLMs, so there's that. But I am totally loving their iced tea, specifically their iced tea. Anyway, we ran out, or so I thought, and so Sean went he went to make his drink before he went to work, and he goes, "Are we out of this?" I'm like, "Well, yeah." I'm like, "What?" Like, I told you 3 days ago that we needed to order it, right? Well, I was drinking the Kool-Aid, the 0-calorie Kool-Aid, which in my opinion should be illegal. There's nothing about it that should be like allowed on the market with all the red dyes and all that stuff. But don't get me on a tangent about food and drinks right now. Anyway, so I was looking for something in the pantry, and I found a whole bag of my iced tea mix that we hadn't gotten into because I had taken it out of the boxes. So if you didn't know, they come in boxes, and then I dumped them into a bag, like a big gallon-sized bag, right? So all day yesterday, I was like sipping on my tea mix, and I didn't even tell him we had. I'm such a bad wife. I didn't even tell him that I found Kool-Aid, right? So he thinks I've been drinking water because I'm pretty salty about this whole situation. Yeah. So anyway, all day yesterday and today I've been sipping on iced tea, and we have since then placed our order, and it's supposed to be here in like a day. So don't worry about my husband, okay? He's not. If you haven't seen pictures of him, he's not hurting. He's a big guy. He can go without most things for a few days. Okay. Love him dearly, so please don't take that as a hit. But he's perfectly fine. He is fine. So yeah, I found my tea, and all is right in Joy's world. In case anybody was worried. So I just went back through and I like reblended every one of the colors. I always say that like 2 blends, like taking your time and blending at least twice. Sometimes it takes a third time. Really brings your colors like vibrantly to life. So you do what you need to do to get the blend that you want. Okay. So I'm taking a clean spot of my rag and I'm going up with it because I want the yellows to be where the yellows are. I don't want to bring the purple down into the yellow. Look at that. Beautiful. But my poor husband, man, he like, if you were to ask him, we have no drinks in our house. So I don't love water. I'm not a big, like, I have to have some sort of flavor in my water. And yes, I could use lemon, I could use anything, but I don't know. So anyway, I drank Kool-Aid for a day, and then I found my tea, my backup stash. which normally my backup stash is in my car so that when we're traveling, I always have it. I'm going real slow with this because this ink is extremely wet. In fact, this would not tear if I would have given it some time. I personally am not worried about using it more than once. If you're one of these people who are totally into that, please do what you're most comfortable with. So, the way I see it is there is always a way to fix the things. You can't fix the facts that you're not you don't have much dexterity. That's a me thing. But I have used this masking wonder sheets to the point that I have used it like 3 times before having to, get rid of it. But when you're on a live, you just do what you got to do. Here I am biting my lip again. Justine says it's looking good. As long as I have your guys' approval, I'm good. I'm happy. All I know is that after doing all of this blending, it should probably go to somebody that you really care about. But then again, do you really send cards to people who you don't care about? I don't. Oh, maybe that's not true. I sometimes will send it to people who I see are having a bad day online. But that means that I care. So right through there, that yellow peeked through, but doesn't it kind of look like sand on a the beach or whatever? So that could be water, it could be anything you wanted it to be. In my world, it's going to be a little bit of sand, like the ship is way in the background. Okay. Did I say this 100% made sense? Nope. If you want it to make sense, then I ask you to buy the stamps and recreate it yourselves. God, that was an ugly plug. Let's go with this one first. So I know that looks really bad up here, but I would rather start with light and then go dark, because you can take the dark or you can take the light away. It's really hard to take the dark away. Now you cannot use your Copic markers on your Distress Oxide because it's a pigment ink and they don't play nice together. So you've got to use the tip of your pen and just barely go in. Okay. This here is not part of the boat. This is part of like the strings of the boat. So you need to really pay attention to like what you're actually coloring right now. Okay. And as I color it, I may add more of this, okay? But I'm trying to be careful so we kind of get an idea of what we're looking at. So up here, you're still looking at the back, you're looking at the sky. This is in between the sails. Does that make sense? Even this right here is the string between the sails. All right, so up here, we can try this RV17. Here to everybody saying, everybody drink some water. Or drink some vodka, whatever is in your cup, it's fine. Because sometimes this makes me want to have a stronger drink than just water. Now, is this going to be perfect? Probably not. Am I going to come in with like a micro blender? I might. But at this point, we're just holding our breaths. We're drinking our water, drinking our whatever's in our special cup. Kind of pretty though. All right, it's time for me to take a drink. So mine says safe in the storm. How appropriate. Because right now I'm in the storm of the shipyard here, of the sea, trying to figure this out. All right, this is RV19. So that I started out with a 14, then I went to a 17. Now going to very lightly go in with a 19. It might even bring in like a purple. Pretty sticky, pretty sticky. Might bring in a little bit of yellow here. Okay. So that kind of blends a little bit more. Okay. All right. Not those bad words. Okay. That's what I meant. Don't get me, YouTube. Don't come after me. I'm not here for it. All right. We're going to finish this ship because it's probably the easiest part. So Benita says now she's got coffee. Let's wipe off this because this is making me nuts in the film. All right. Okay. We're doing this so I can see it now. It's looking a little because of the blending, and I know it. I get it. I'm with you. Did you like that? Don't come after me, eBay or eBay on my mind. I'm waiting on something to pay. So this is still the ship. And I'm going in with my lightest color first, which is an E55. And it's also going to kind of mask the sand down there. It's going to kind of go all together. See what I'm saying? Thank you, Benita. So up here, where some of the masked are, I'm just going to go in with an E59 and I'm going to color it in the darkest color because it would be in the sunlight. And again, I missed some of the sky. And I totally missed the sky up here. Where were you guys at on this one? Was anybody else yelling into the Google machine saying, color that? All right. So we're just going to add a little bit of shadow. Because honestly, the more I think about this, is we don't really have to give a whole lot of detail as far as depth of color, because this whole boat is, we could have actually done it in black if we wanted to. Do you see what I'm saying? Because it's all behind the houses. I totally went out of the lines, kind of missed what I was doing, but it's fine. Do we think that this is a little bit of the sky? I think it is. And then I'm going to add the E57 and I'm going to kind of, I don't know, just extend the boat a little bit. I'm using my imagination. I'm using my artistic license to do what I want to do. Okay. Well, there's the bow of the boat. So making sure that's there. Okay. So let's go ahead and do the huts. Okay. I mean, we're really trying here, but I mean, like, this is actually pretty simple coloring, you guys. I mean, so far I've been using like 1 or 2 color blends. I am going to go in and kind of maybe try to do something with a micro blender to make that blending look a little bit better. But let's get to the rest of the stuff. Now, it would not be my card without at least one or 2 blue houses. So I'm going to do this far one blue, and I'm going to do the whole light color. Normally I color dark to light, but we're just going to get the color down. My nib is a little squishy, so we should probably get a new nib on this thing before we color next time. It should not bend like that. Well, my allergies might not like that candle. Who knows? Okay. I'm going to come in with this BG49. And I'm going to kind of up and down with that. And I'm going to give this a nice shadow here on each side. And then we can kind of add where the lines are. You guys can make these as intricate or not as you want. the fact that I'm on a live and I'm trying to read comments and stay in the camera and maintain composure is all that I can do here, you guys. So we're doing the best we can. Let's see here. That, and I know that some of you are working, and I don't want to take up like your entire afternoon, although some of you might prefer that. I don't know. Now this is BG13. And a little dab will do ya. Okay. These are weathered houses because they're on the beach, right? So you don't have to go super blendy. I'm taking my BG11, which is what I started with, and I'm just kind of blending those out. But they look really distressed at this point, which is what we're going for. I'm going to put these away because I don't think I'm going to use them again. As soon as I say that, we will, but that's my thought process. Let's use, I don't know, I'd like to, I think I'd like to do yellows. Okay. Thank you, Sylvia. We're going to do the Y11 because I'm going to try to pick up some of the yellows that we used in the sunset. Okay. Just trying to make some of that glow a little bit. Now I'm going to use E23. And I'm going to do kind of the same thing. Go under the roof. So if you were on this beach, would you want the yellow or the blue house? Just curious. The blue one on the, well, there's two of them on the end, silly girl. Which one would you want? This one or this one? The one by the bow of the ship or the one on the other side? What is that called? The bow, the stern? I don't know. I'm so terrible with the things. You said you don't care as long as it's on the end. I kind of agree with you. So I'm the person who, when I go to a hotel, Even though the elevators take forever, I would rather be on the top floor because I don't want to deal with the people above me and their like thumps and all that stuff. Um, so yeah, that's who I am. Hi, Becky. Good to see you. Becky Harrison, your new profile picture is absolutely stunning of you. And I just thought I'd tell you. I was going to message you to tell you, but since you're on the live, I might as well just tell you now. It is absolutely stunning. I don't know if you got yourself a new do, you got yourself a new man. I don't know what happened, but like, girl, you are radiant in that picture. And in this day and age where we've got all the keyboard warriors who want to say nasty things and want to be buttheads, I want to be the person that tells you that you're beautiful. So there you go. I think you're beautiful. Yes, I do. I've always thought you were beautiful. I thought that picture was stunning. Absolutely stunning. I'm going to move down to these flowers, and I'm just going to use the same colors I used up there. So this is RV 14, excuse me. And you see how technical I'm being. Like, I'm just kind of like dotting this color in. These are so, like, this is supposed to be like a background stamp, you guys. So it's not supposed to be stealing the show. And it's just supposed to be beautiful and serene. And why am I skipping around? Because I already have these colors on my desk, so I figured we might as well use it. Yeah, Becky, I think you're right. I don't think you have in a while. I know I see pictures of your cards all the time, but I don't see pictures of you very often. And I just wanted you to know that I thought you were gorgeous as ever. And I think it's important to tell people those things. So there you have it. All right. Now we're going to go in with my second favorite color, which is YG01. And we're going to make these grasses. We're just going to go over the whole thing, even though there's black in there and, some of it's in shadow and whatever. We're just going to get her done. And are we going to stop here? No, we're not stopping. But we're just getting some color in. Okay. Now we're going to go in with YG03. Hi, Brian. Good to see you. Glad you were able to join us. Haven't seen you for a minute. So I was telling a friend of mine that I have never touched a snake before. But when I was at my dad's house, he used to live in Michigan. I had a snake literally this color go right across my foot, and I almost had a heart attack. So I have never not worn shoes when I'm on the beaches of Michigan after that. But so I can honestly say I have finally touched a snake for the first time in my life. but not on purpose. It's because it decided to slither across my leg, or my foot, excuse me, my flip-flopped foot. But other than that, no, that YGO1 always reminds me of that little slithery thing. I mean, it was like as thin as a pencil, but it freaked me the heck out of there. I was like, oh. Yes, I almost died. My dad almost had to pick me up off the ground because I am a drama llama and I didn't handle that war myself very well. I'm going to put these yellows away. Danny says that she touched her first snake when she worked at the zoo and learned about all the good they do. Hubby wants one, and we would get one if we were home more and not on the road. I'll let you have that snake, okay? Because if a snake were in my house, I'd never come back home. It would joy out. Joy out. That's all there is to it. There would be no returning to Sukasa or Mikasa. Mikasa, Sukasa. It would be Sukasa after this. I'm using W5 to make this look like weathered wood. And if you want to warm it up a little bit, you could use that E53 that we used on the boat. I have no desire to do that, but so I'm using these like it's like they're steps. Okay. So now I'm doing, Benita says, never in my life, yuck. Annie, you keep all the snakes to yourself, so it's really funny. I have seen a snake skin on my side yard. And every time I go to get the garbage out, like the big cans from the side of my house, I am scared to death that I'm going to find a snake. And if that ever happens, I will move. The house will be on the market. I will never return. I am not meant to be a country girl. I mean, I know I live in Kentucky, but I am not a country girl. So there's that. Your neighborhood owl ate most of our snakes in this winter. We had our first mouse in our house. Okay, that's what you have cats for. Okay. My cats are great little mousers. Okay, that W1 is not dark enough for me. So I'm going to do a W2. Do you guys care when I tell you about colors, or are you just here to hang out? I'm just curious. Somebody's blowing up my phone. I see the messages come up on my iPad and on my phone that's to the side. I have everything. So I have everything in airplane mode, but I still get the notifications from certain apps, which is annoying. All right. I guess we need to do these chairs, huh? And the bucket and the beach ball and the whatever, the starfish up there. I'm going to push this little whoops up into the house and erase that little smudge. So while that's drying, I'm going to do a little bit of sand. Oh, that was nice, Sylvia. She says that she's here to hang out and to watch my card designs. That's very sweet. Thank you. You know how to make a girl's day. Sometimes they come out easy, and other times it's like pulling teeth to get the designs to come out. So these are supposed to be like little footprints. So I'm dotting those in. Yes, that is done very splotchy on purpose. Okay. And I guess we can go ahead and put some of that in there. Okay. I'm going to take that with E33. I'm going to kind of like start washing that over into the steps. To make that blend. And I'm even going up into the grass. And if we need to put more of that W5 back in, we can. Okay. I haven't decided where we're cutting this yet, so just so you know why I haven't colored all the way over. You can also use your chisel end to smooth that out. You just don't want to pick it up. Okay. Now I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to the chairs and the ball, and then we'll work on the rest of the sand. Okay. Let's do some orange beach chairs. Why? I don't know. Benita says it looks so serene, and Justine's like, right, let's go on vacation. I would love nothing more than to have a beach vacation with my girls. Wouldn't it be fun if we could all get like a big group together and go? Be cool if we could get like craft roulette to do it like at a beach. But I'm gonna be honest with you folks. I would probably be at the beach instead of card making. Or else I'd have to extend my stay by like a week. So I could do both. So there's probably reasons why they don't have it at the beach. Danny says it's not her thing. Are you like a woodsy person? I don't mind camping either. All right. I'm still going to put W5. I'm not going to do any shading. So all these chairs are just going to be in shadow. Okay. And I just wanted to add some stuff. Where do I see Tanya? Hello, Joy. Or she says, hello, Joy. And hello, Tanya. All right. So here we are so far. We still have to address this flag because it's driving me wacko, or this background where it's not so well blended. So I'm giving it a yellow or an orange flag. It's making me nutty. Some would already say I'm already nutty, that it doesn't matter. They're probably right. Here's this little bucket that we're going to do. Okay, I'm not going to lie. For doing this whole masking and everything on the fly without anything like really prepared, I'm pretty impressed with it. Not gonna lie. Like, sometimes I like what I'm doing, other times I'm like, I'm not mad at it. Just gonna say, I am not mad at it. There we go. There's the ball. Gonna do this little starfish. We're not gonna get crazy with it. Just an E97. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. We need to start putting some color in. Okay. This is gonna go back to do what I say, not as I do. This should be water back here, you guys. And the fact that I have it blended as the sunset for part of it is making me wacko. So you do not ever use your Copics on top of distress oxide. So do as I say, not as I do. Back to the sand. Sometimes things make you crazy and you just have to fix it, and that's where we were. We just have to find the right colors now. Pause in the programming until we find the color that's laying right in front of me. They always say, where is it? It's right in front of you. I know it's right in front of me. I just don't know where it is. All right, so we're going to use E34. And we're going to ground this chair. And these homes. Okay. We're just kind of dotting in some texture here. We're having a grand old time with this. I'd really like to know where my E33 went. It's really bugging me. It's like it's right here, you guys. It's right here on the road. There it is. See, Joe's right here. Not lying. Okay. Hi, Sean. Nice to see you. And do I see Tiffany on here? Hi, Tiff. Tiffany's going to be with me for 3 weekends in a row. Crazy girl. She's going to be at Stamp Away with me. And by the way, we only have like a few seats left. If you're in the Cincinnati area and you want to take a Copic class, there aren't many left. And you'll get 3 pink markers, 3 green, and a colorless blender with that class, all with the cost of the class. And you'll get a lot of Copic theory, and you'll get and you'll make a full card and some other stuff. But it's a very interesting, nice class. But it's a great way to build your marker stash if you don't already have it. We are cutting some of this off, you guys. That's why I haven't bothered to color it. Okay. We have one more image to color. We have him. And he's going to be somewhere down here. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of bleach out the crossbones here. Skull and crossbones. And the reason I colored him with an E00 was so I could get it to pick up on my skin. I need this to go away. And I am going to color him orange because I want him to match the chairs. We're going to be a little blendy today. All right. So I like an R39. I like to put the shadows in. My little jacks are little blue-eyed, little, I say that lightly. Husky is down there starting to bark. He's like, I've had enough of this, because they have to be in a cage when I'm not with them because they are not trustworthy not to be jerks. And even when they're not in a cage, they are not trustworthy not to be jerks. But they'll learn. Tiffany will get to stay with the jerks in an Airbnb. That'll be interesting. That could be the end of our friendship, Tiffany. I asked her straight up, I'm like, are you sure you want to do this? Because I said, not only do you have to go to a show and stuff, but you've got to be with my crazy dogs and my husband. And she says she's for it. So pray for her, pray for all of us. Okay. that was R39. So we're using what I call the scary dark. And now we're using another scary dark. And this is YR9. And we're going right over it. This is also the way you can color pumpkins to make pumpkins glow. But in addition to that, I would use a Y19. But we'll get into pumpkins closer to fall. I am still in my summer age. Oh, if you guys didn't know, Pajama Crafter Stamps is celebrating summer this week. So everything that we have been doing, so the 7th through the 11th, which today is the 10th, is everything summer. And I highlighted that in our newsletter. So I know it's really popular to do Christmas in July. And those of you that are all about Christmas in July, more power to you. I am not a Christmas in July girl. Even though as I build my schedule, I'm not going to lie, it's really hard to like fit Halloween and Christmas in if you don't do it in July. So I might rethink my situation next year, but this year we're sticking to the guns. Okay. So this is YR07. And that whole back tentacle I'm doing in that color. And I'm going to kind of color him in a little bit. But if you are Team Christmas in July, buy last year's stuff. We've got lots and lots and lots of stuff online and on YouTube on how to use our stuff for Christmas. But we are celebrating summer because I am a summer girly. Ironically, I'm wearing a sweatshirt. Freaking hilarious, I know. But sometimes I have my air conditioning set on, I think 74, and my downstairs is so cold, it's stupid. And I think a lot of it's because of my weight loss. But I am cold this year, so. But then if it goes above 74, then I'm sweating. Because, I'm a woman of that age, So Tiffany says this is more cuddle bugs. So you can cuddle bug with whoever you want, except for my husband. But that would never cross your mind. That's not even an issue. I'm just saying, I'm teasing. But you can snuggle with any dog you want. You can take them to bed with you. You can sleep with them on the couch. Whatever you want to do. Snuggle with them. There you go. So there he is in orange because I think he's cute in orange. Okay. Now I've got to do his hat. Nine, 7, 5. All right. I am going to do you love him in orange? Yay! Made somebody happy. I am going to do the skull in red. So this is just R24, which is my highlight color. And I'm doing that as a reminder because I will color right over him. And I'm going to do this little outline of his, like the trimming of his hat in red too. He's a styling Kraken. He is styling. Okay. Now we're going to go back to black. We're using C9. I am taking both lids off because my C9 is extremely juicy. And I'm going to go right around the bones. Can't talk and concentrate on this. Okay. And that whole area on the bottom, I'm just going to color in black. So Annie says it's not 70. Okay, so Annie's saying that she wouldn't melt if it wasn't on 70. You know what's really funny is I hated going to my grandmother's house in Florida because she would always keep the air conditioning on like 78. And like when we would visit her, we would like die. We would be melting. And I always swore that if I had a house in Florida or whatever, that I would never do that to my guest. So tell me, of those of you who live in hot climates, do you keep it cold or do you keep it warm in your house? Okay, where do I see? I see. It says, welcome, Marilyn. Marilyn Hall, my first time commenting, but I've got a few lies. Being off for the summer, I love your work at the DT and the products you have. Oh, thank you. Well, welcome. So I don't know if you've subscribed to the channel, but if you haven't, we would love you to, because you never like. So I only go live on Fridays or Tuesdays and Fridays. On the weeks that I have shows, which are coming up at the end of this month, I probably will not be live on Fridays because I will be at a show. But we do have videos that go live most days, or not live. We have videos that our team puts up throughout the week. So definitely subscribe so you can see it. We also have projects that go up on the blog that our team has just been outstanding with. I featured quite a few of those on the newsletter this week. So if you subscribe to the newsletter, you'll see what's going on too. We also have a community calendar, so you'll always know what's going on. I try to keep that as updated as possible, so you'll know like if there's a new blog post going up, or if we have a show, but not. So Marilyn, what part of the world are you from? I'm just curious. If you don't want to tell me, that's fine too, because I know we're on the internet where things, not always the best place to share your information, but if you want to, we would love to know. You're from Missouri. Well, nice to meet you and have you. So some of the folks that are online right now are from Canada, Florida, Minnesota, quite a few from Minnesota. I am from Kentucky. We've got somebody from Sweden. So we have a little bit of everything going on here in the chat, which is kind of fun. And I don't know why, but I want his little handkerchief to be blue. So I colored everything in an E00 so that I could scan and cut it. so that might give it more of a excuse me, gray tone, but I'm okay with it. Kimberly is from Connecticut. Welcome, Connecticut. Glad to have you. Glad to have all of you. That is one state that I have not visited yet. It's on my bucket list. So, Melissa says she's from Illinois. Are you going to be at the expo? At the Schaumburg Expo? Or is that too far from you? Out of curiosity. Kind of cute in the purple. All right, his little tentacles, the little, I call it the sucker, whatever these are, I'm just going to do in blue, just one color. We're not going to get too fussy with it. You love my stamps and papers too. Thank you. We work really hard to come up with different stuff than what's on the market. I want to say in the last year, I had a lot of people in my ear who wanted to tell me what they thought I needed or what I should be doing. And when I stopped listening to the noise and I just started doing what I wanted to do, all of a sudden everything kind of came to life for me. So when people, so there's a thing called case. We did that on our last video where you copy and share everything. I think that's great. But I always tell everybody that they should try to make it their own too. And not that I was copying what anybody was doing, but I guess what I'm saying is I think it's great to use people's cards as inspiration. But really, when you start using your own imagination and start doing what you want to do and you just stay true to yourself, I think that's when you excel. And that is what I have taken away from this year was I stopped listening to the noise and to some of the advice that I was getting. And I just started doing what I wanted to do. And I feel like that has really shown in the stamps in the last couple of releases. And we have been selling out of stuff like crazy. And I really attribute that to not because I'm doing anything any better than anybody else. It's because I'm just doing what I love. So I'm just going to encourage everybody here to do what they love and to be them and stop listening to the noise that's out there and just be you, don't be hurtful about what your opinions are or exert your information, your opinions so loudly that it keeps other people like it. As my stamp says, don't hog anybody's shine. Just love people, love what you're doing, and I think the rest will come, is what I'm putting out into the universe today. And I truly believe that once I stopped listening to the noise and started doing me, that I think it showed. And I hope that y'all are enjoying what we're putting out. That doesn't mean that I won't listen. Like I had somebody tell me that we needed guy stamps. So if you notice this last release really was a lot of guy stamps. And so I do listen as far as like what's needed on the market, that kind of thing. But I'm gonna put my own spin on it. So copy and share everything, but make it your own. There, said my piece. Okay, so he's going to be all the way in the sand. So I'm coloring all the white spots like that the Scan and Cut left. I'm coloring those a sand color, that E31, 33 color. Just so it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. But if you're completely stuck and you want to copy my card, I'm fine with you copying my card. But because once you put it out on the internet, nothing is sacred. So do what you want, but I'm putting my 2 cents worth in. Just to be you. Do your own thing. Because that's what I'm doing. Okay. Let's start thinking about card design. Okay. The one paper I want is the one paper I don't know where it is. Oh, yes, I do. I think it's in my closet. One moment, please. Please chat amongst yourselves. Nope, that's football. Okay, I want Treasures Voyage so bad I can't stand it. And I'm pretty sure it's not here. Wait, hold on. Is it? No. For the girl who's got all the papers. She has got to have all the papers. We're going to use the football paper. Here's the show. You can use whatever you need to. Where is my treasure page? It's killing me. So I really, I don't want that paper. I really don't want that paper. Gosh, I don't want that paper. Sometimes, I don't know. Anyway, so I haven't finished all the way, but so I made that 4. Did I want to do that? I did not want to do that. Because I would have made it 5 and I just chopped everything off. Oh! Okay, so let's go ahead and color the rest of this in. I was not paying attention to dimensions. Oh, I know what I'm doing. It's fine. We're fine. we're gonna do this on the fly. We're good. Okay, so that's almost 3 3/4. Okay. We're winging it, you guys. We are winging it. It's fine. We're good. All right, let me get those micro dinger kebabbers out. I'm cleaning off this brush. I'm not one of those people that has to have a brush for every color, just so you're aware. So that's abandoned coral. I'm sorry, no, that's picked raspberry. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Now we're bringing in the, what is this? Seedless preserves. Exactly one brush per color family. Same here. Yep. I just, as much as I love all the things, I don't have the space or the patience for all the things in my room. Right now, my desk is already insane. The amount of stuff. So now I'm bringing in abandoned coral. We can even bring in the yellow if you want. Okay. Perfect. We're not using that paper. I don't know what paper we're using. I don't know what we're doing yet. We're doing something. But I ain't happy about not having my paper. I mean, I know it's like here. I just don't know where. All right, so I want this to be about 4 by 6. Gotta ask, what's the chirping in the background? Oh my God, you guys, the chirping in the background is my, I just can't even believe I'm having this conversation. It's my smoke detectors. So they're all wired in. And yes, we have changed the batteries, we've done everything, but there's a reset button on them. Okay? Somewhere along the line, the reset button doesn't want to work. Why doesn't it want to work? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Now we're going to get out of pink. Oh Lord, I've gotten up how many times? Boy, this is a pretty big. But yeah, we've hit for whatever reason. For whatever reason, it does not want to reset. So we will probably be buying all new smoke detectors. But it's not from lack of trying. I just made that. Oh my God, I can't math. I can't math. So it's 4 by 6. We're going to make it 3/4 by 5 3/4. I am flying by the seat of my pants right now because things did not go the way I wanted it to. Okay, let's get this glued because I'm done looking like a monkey today. It does drive me crazy. Since in my previous life I was a nurse, I am used to, how do I want to say this? I am used to alarms. So it doesn't drive me as mad as what it probably would drive you guys. Do you know what I mean? It's turning out to be okay. And where did that little die go? I thought I had little strips of dune somewhere. Nobody can say that I'm not showing you my crafting on a fly because I am flying now. I have no idea what I'm doing. I mean, I know what I'm doing, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to remember what machine these. I've got 2 small machines, you guys. So I'm just trying to remember which pads go with what. And I don't think this is it. That's a negative. Next. get the card out and let's look at what we're doing so far. So this is the card base. And originally I was putting it on that base, which we're not now. Or that beautiful pink. Lord, walk me through this. Lord, where did I put the things? Where are you at? Y'all, that was just a big old piece of pink paper. And it's not in the garbage. So until I fit. Are you guys having fun at my expense? Because I'm kind of laughing at myself as we are. There it is. I need a okay. We're getting there. Slowly but surely, we are getting there. You know, sometimes the heart wants what the heart wants, and it doesn't always fit what the measurements of your products are. I originally wanted this on an A2 card, and I knew that this would not fit on an A2 card, but I knew my stamp looked better on an A2 card. Yes, we're going to pop that bad boy up. Not fitting there. Nope. So you just keep going until you figure it out. Anybody that says that going live is easy, they're lying to you. Oh, I am like Shiloh's saying this reminds me of her live a few weeks ago. Girl, lives are not easy. And like I said, it was not on my radar to, one, not wake up on time, two, to dry this hair. And it was not on my radar to do any of this stuff. So, hey, it's fine. Now the biggest thing is, where did my Kraken go? There's my Kraken. We're good. We're still good. So we need that to be, okay. We need this to be 5 inches. We need this one to be 5 inches. And obviously we're going to need some foam tape because the one up. Oh, I feel so dumb. I hope you guys are having fun at my expense because I'm sweating it. I'm not going to lie. I am sweating this like crazy. I feel like an absolute ding dong. You just don't even understand. Justine, you were the least of my issues this morning. My biggest issue was me this morning. And we're back to this tape that I can't stand. How did this come back into my craft room? Oh, I don't know. that make it back into my craft room is what I want to know. This tape is the stickiest tape I've ever witnessed in my life. I'm not even in the camera period. It looks like you guys are getting what you're paying for today. You're getting me in all of our crazy glory. Okay. And now we want that there. I'm pulling it off, you guys. I don't know if you're seeing this, but this is some paper magic going on in this room. This is like some sheer voodoo. I shouldn't say that. Not really into voodoo. My husband would be like, no, don't talk about that. This is, I will say this is card magic. Right here. This is me pulling off the impossible. Stop it! She pulled it off. Let's clean off this dust so we don't have to see all of her crazy. Because we're not done yet. But stop it. Should it say, I don't like the way this is crooked. I don't like this the way this was crooked at all. So we're doing card surgery. She's better. Now I think that she needs to say, adventure awaits, brave the waves, I think, or stay the course. But it doesn't beat October afternoon. I don't know. Let's do. There's got to be another piece of tin. I feel like it should be a circle. Don't you think there should be a circle there? Oh my God, here I am. Okay, we're changing it. And you know I'm getting up for the 5th time. You guys, fire me. Fire me. Don't come. Will this fit? These are Hero Arts Infinity dies. Oh, that was meant for, that was for Shiloh. Sorry. Sorry I missed it. Okay. I am on the struggle bus today. Okay. Wow, this has been a long one, you guys. This has been a struggle. Actually, I'm thinking that this sentiment is probably pretty perfect for this because I stayed the course and I didn't quit. There were lots of twists and turns on this card, weren't there? I hate it when I look like an idiot. Not gonna lie. This drives me bonkers. My tweezers, where'd you go, babies? Gonna let this heat up. Nobody said I wasn't a disaster. Today I'm a disaster. I'm shipwrecked. Okay. Now we need some bling because we're going to finish this off if it kills me. This is knockout pink. Jesse's like, girl, you're way too hard on yourself. Of course I am. Because if I'm not hard on myself, then that means somebody else is going to take the swing. So this is my embellishment tray, and they've got channels in it. So as you tap it, they flip over and then they stay in the channel so that you can get them upright and ready to go. But that big one, for some reason, that big one didn't flip. Okay. Let's go ahead and put that back into the container so I don't flip those all over my floor like I did on Tuesday. This was a lot of cards, you guys. This was a lot of techniques wrapped up into one card, which is, that's a lot for lunch and chat. Okay, so let's give a highlight on the hat. Let's reinforce the eyes here. Let's clean up some of my mistakes right there where I kind of over blended. We're going to give these, there's Butter's pitter patter of his little feet. Hi, buddy. Let's give some here. And I don't know. Oh, we need to give a shore here. Did you hear his little, whatever, that little attitude huff? Ay, 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 yay. Come here, bud. Do you want to come say hi to everybody? Let's show everybody who you are. He's doing his There, we fixed it. What do you guys think? Is it pretty? Come here, buddy. Come here. Okay, well, this is Rupert. This is my young guy. He's about 5. And he doesn't like to be on camera. He actually knows when he's on camera and he hates it. Oh, but you went up here, don't you, sweetheart? Oh, this is Mama's baby. I love him. You're Mama's favorite, your Mama baby. I'm so lucky I get to be your mama. You're the Mama baby. Yes, you are your Mama baby. All right, give me a hug. Oh, that's it. That's a good boy. Mama loves him. He's such a good boy today. Yeah, we'll go potty in just a second, okay? All right, love you. Okay, you guys got to meet him. So there's 2 of them. Oh, now Ripper, what's up here? Come on. Okay, come here. Come here, you little whippersnapper. Oh, Mama loves him. You're not my favorite, but you're pretty close. Yeah, you're the Mama's baby, too. Oh, thank you for the kisses. Okay, now we've had a lot of dog kisses and huffs and puffs. Lots of interruptions. But did you guys like the way I saved the card by putting in the sand dunes at the bottom? That totally wasn't planned, but that pink paper worked out really well. Having a black mat. Like, honestly, if y'all hadn't seen me have to leave by my post like 5 or 6 times, you would have totally not known that this was not planned. But I tied in the pinks, I tied in the oranges, in the sands. I just think it's really, I think it turned out really pretty. Okay, they are not going to hold their silence any longer, so I'm going to let you go. I hope that if this is your first time that you were here and you saw my shitski of a show, I always say shitski so I don't get in trouble. I apologize that it was all over the place. I did have a lot of fun. I hope that you'll come back. I will see you next week on Tuesday at 7 p.m., God willing. That is my plan. Okay, bye, guys. Have a happy weekend. Bye-bye.